Okay, I'm gonna make a note to self. For Keith's bumper, do the side wings actually first, I would say. With the caveat that I use 60mm bolts here. You can potentially see them down the line there. And I did end up wallowing out the holes on this surface up here, so there Keith's stuff is really precise, and that's fine, but it's hard to get this U-channel piece with the holes that are lined down it right on, so I ended up wallowing those out, and once I did, then this actually, the assembly of this goes much faster. And the reason why I would suggest that do the wings first is that way you can see when you have to trim a bunch of body, and this side actually I think looks pretty good all the way up. However, I had some problems with alignment on this side, and I don't think the problems were the problems were related to I needed to take some more body off, and I also need to take some more body off up, or actually I think I'm okay up there. I think back here was the only spot I forgot to trim, so I'll have to trim this off and patch that guy too. I do think I'm pretty close up there, and I probably have to remove a little bit more of that as well. But that worked really well, and I'm going to show you one other trick here once I get set up about assembly that was kind of confusing, and I think I figured out maybe an okay way to do it. The process, these guys you want to get right in here. This is really tight. So the recovery point, they both look the same. The recovery point looks like this. And so if you can see down in here, Keith has notched out a place for that bolt head to sit into. This one doesn't matter, there's no interference, but it's really difficult to get this whole assembly together. So here, why don't you back up and I'll show you on this other side. I ended up just taking just a hammer, and I dropped this guy down. These guys just fit. Put this light down. These guys just fit. There's some notches that fit like that, and so it's difficult to do the assembly. So let me show you how I did this, and then I think it goes together, and I'll have to put it on the truck to make sure that it didn't cause a misalignment this way. I'm not really sure actually how else you would do it. So if you put the recovery point in first, and then this is your bumper to the frame mounting point, which is going to go like this. And hold on, let's take a look at this real quick. So, and actually I think we'll put this, actually I can't do that. I made that mistake before too, can't do that. These are the two mounting, those are the alignment bolt holes. So through here, from the inside out is going to get you the first one, and then you have to get the second guy in here, which also, if you want to come over here, it has to be clocked. You gotta remember, Keith's stuff is very precise, so this guy right here has to be clocked correctly. Come on, don't make me a liar. Like I said, he's got to be clocked. I think maybe I got to give him just a little bit of a tap. Yep, he goes. It's not super hard. So that guy, once these guys are in here and that correct orientation, then we can come back with this guy. Who, you want to come back over here? It's kind of, you can get a good look in here from the other side. I'm just going to put these guys on. And I did upsize these to some big fat ARP 12-point bolts. They're nuts just because, hey, why not? So this guy, you can see this profile fits right on here. Right here. So this profile fits right on there, and there's that tab that needs to be in the right spot too. So you can just slip them back in there. You might have to jiggle them around a bit. I had to play with it just a little bit on the other side, but okay. Gonna make me a liar. You can see where I'm hanging up on the recovery point. The other side is. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I just, if you wiggle this guy, he slides in here. And if you take a look, then that bolt, that clocking location right down inside there, he works out perfect, right? So then it's just a matter of, and this is going to get kind of loud, but we're off just a little bit. Let's give you a little bit of a tap. Tap. You don't want to go. I had to give him a little bit of a tap on the other side too. I think he needs just a little bit. Nope. I promise it was actually easier on the other side. Oh, I'm close. Okay. I don't want to get my fingers pinched in there. There we go. So then so it just takes, man, I think I just lost half my hearing. So now that guy fits in here, all that assembly, like I said, I'll put it back on the truck. Still have a little bit of wobble in here, but I think I'm probably going to want to tack these guys. Because you're definitely not going to be able to get back inside there after at some point once you get the wings on and stuff. There's, I don't know, maybe it is easy to get back in here, but maybe not. So hope that helps somebody else maybe who does the bumper or whatever. But if you just pop these guys off, it is a little bit of pain to get them back. You saw you got to pound on her a little bit, but that's how the recovery points go together and everything lines up really good. So now I'll head off to this guy and get the receiver. I actually fitted him up and he worked really good for me, so everything is good with my alignment.